Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and the Lisle Tool Company has gotten into the mini pry bar space. Glad to see it. However, this pair of mini pry bars sells at the moment on Amazon for a little under $12. $14 is about the retail, which just happens to be the retail $14 of one snap-on pry bar. And to my knowledge, none of the bent tip ones are available anywhere. But these Lisles are made in China, and there is not a single bit of Lisle branding anywhere on this thing. They sell this set with a 1/8 inch square shaft and a 3/16 inch square shaft under the product number 35170. Now they're similar to the snap-ons and some of the others, but I think they're a little stronger. They've got a little sharper bend in them, a little bit shorter, and they've rotated the pocket clip 90 degrees compared to the snap-on. So if I line up the two, you can see that snap-on's got the pocket clip this direction, and a lot of people complained because then if you've got your fabric of your pocket slid under here, that this sharper tip right there ends up pointing into your fabric and can, you know, your pants or your shirt, and can wear it. So they've turned it sideways. Frankly, I don't like the pocket clip no matter what. They just kind of press fit in there. And this one I've bent several times already and had to bend it back, and in fact use my pliers to smash it down because I almost popped it out. I probably will pop it out. This little teeny weeny one is more closer to this Gatto that I did a video on a long time ago when I got tired of waiting for Snap-on to produce theirs. And before I got tired enough to get this, I made one here. This is a Snap-on mini pry bar that I made, installed a magnet in the end, bent shaft. This is also 3/16 inch square stock. And I didn't file this down. I noticed this is really close on this. These are both 3/16, even though it's almost like an optical illusion. They're identical diameters. But you can see, you know, that the bend mark right there in the Lisle, just stuck it in, bent the thing sideways. But they're slightly different in the way that they were made. However, this is very similar to this in terms of handle, and this is 3/16 as well. And I could just as easily, you know, build a jig to bend that in the proper amount, which this seems lacking. This little snap-on, that's not much of a bend. I'll get to that. But anyway, these are in stock. You can get them. You could bend one, and you might actually have a better tool. No pocket clip. Let me show you the bend thing. That's what kind of bugged me. So here is the snap-on, and here is the Lisle. You can see, if I line them up, try to hold them parallel, the Lisle is considerably more bent. So if I line up the snap-on here, and then the Lisle, you can see obviously, and what I'm going to do is also put a regular snap-on 8-inch pry bar there. So you can actually see the Lisle sticks up quite a bit more than the snap-ons. And then this snap-on here is actually way down, you know, as far as, get that to focus, as far as the angle. So you can actually push the snap-on all the way down to the table. It's hitting right here. Move these so I don't drop one, but wedge it under there. You can see it's very easy to just push it a little bit and hit the end of it, which is unfortunate. Here's the Lisle. It sticks up quite a ways. You can really see I can do some serious prying on that metal band here. So the Lisle, to me, wins that contest hands down. And as far as the depth, if I grab a magnet here, it looks like the handle extends at least halfway into this thing, maybe more. If I compare that to the snap-on, here it is. So I'm doing it off of that because that's going to change things. But as I slide that up to about half, a little over half here, so it's popping off a little bit higher. However, that 3/16 inch shaft with a handle this small, I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to really damage it under usual use. Anyway, the Lisles, I'm glad they're there. I don't know how durable this is. It does feel a little bit more brittle than the kind of the traditional snap-on plastic, but this is kind of the common Lisle color, so maybe they've got a particular plastic that they've dialed in. And then the 1/8. I think with a square shaft 1/8, you're getting a lot more oomph than you are with this little round shaft on these inexpensive ones. When I put that into my little tester here, I mean, that's easy to push down. If I do it with the Lisle here, you know, there's more resistance. You can see the bow here, whereas there's not as much bow on that end. But still, you're dealing with some pretty small metal shafts. So my suggestion, well, you could watch my video here and make your own out of a good handle here. I don't know what it'll do to the warranty. You can get the Lisles if you don't have any, or you can wait around for the snap-ons to someday become available again. I may add a little bit more bend to this one, though. You know, I noticed that trying to use it. There's not a lot of difference here, believe it or not, as far as prying. There is some sight line difference. You know, pry bars, I think most of my use, they need to be bent. I did have a great big straight one once, and I just could not find good uses for it. But the bent one, definitely. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you think. And with that, Doc out.